Some stories haunt you because of what happened. This one haunts you because of who pretended to care. He cried on television. He hugged her father. He helped tape missing posters across town. And the whole time, he already knew where she was. Because he was the one who put her there. My name is Rafe Quinn. I'm a detective. And before this story ends, you will question how well you really know the people closest to you. This is the case of Kayla Mercer, and the man she trusted more than anyone, Evan Blake. Stay with me, because the most shocking part of this story is not how she died. It's how long he was able to pretend he didn't do it. Kayla Mercer was 22 years old, the kind of soul that made life feel bigger just by being in the room. Graphic design student, worked at a bridal shop. Graduation just weeks away. A move to Colorado already planned. Wedding ahead of her. She was at the point in life where everything finally starts lining up. Tell me honestly, do those sound like the plans of someone who simply runs away? Ridgewood Creek was one of those quiet towns where the loudest thing at night is a train in the distance and a barking dog 2 streets over. People said, nothing bad happens here. Those are always the places where people don't see the storm coming. The first sign something was wrong was silence. Not drama. Not chaos. Just silence. No reply. No calls answered. No, I'm running late. No, don't worry. I'm okay. She didn't show up to work. Didn't meet friends. Didn't answer her dad. Her car was still at home. Her dog was there, restless and confused. The house looked untouched. No broken door. No shattered glass. No overturned furniture. Just absence. And absence speaks. It tells you the person who did this wasn't a stranger breaking in. It was someone she trusted enough to open the door for. Let me ask you, who would you let into your home late at night without fear? That list is short. That's when I met Evan Blake, the fiancé. Voice shaking, perfectly timed deep breaths. He said exactly what people think grief sounds like. I love her. I just want her home. She would never just leave. He hugged her father with the same arms that carried her out of that house. And then I noticed the scratches, thin, red, fresh lines along his neck. He rushed the explanation before I asked the question. Shaving accident. Have you ever witnessed someone give an excuse so prepared that you knew it was waiting on their tongue? I didn't argue. I wrote it down. Truth rarely arrives in one moment. It arrives in pieces that only hurt once they finally connect. As the days passed, Ridgewood Creek changed. Porch lights stayed on longer. Neighbors spoke in whispers. Everyone watched everyone else a little more closely. The community searched. Fields, rivers, old trails, abandoned lots. Volunteers brought snacks, flashlights, prayers. But behind the prayers, suspicion was forming. And the name on most whispers was Evans. A town can feel guilt before evidence catches up. We dug into Kayla's life. People describe victims as angels after they're gone. I don't mean that. I mean she was real. Forgot where she'd put her keys, painted on the floor instead of the easel because it felt better. She also had worries. She confided in people. She felt controlled, monitored, watched. She felt like she had to explain every move. She had begun talking about changing things, about leaving, about finally breathing again. When you investigate long enough, you learn something ugly. People who need control don't know how to survive without it. And when they feel it slipping, they grab tighter. The night Kayla disappeared, the events were frighteningly simple. No masked intruder, no loud break-in, no mysterious stranger. And then at midnight, her phone stopped. Minutes later, his stopped too. 2 signals going silent almost together. Coincidence? Number he deleted messages. Then denied deleting them. Then explained deletions he said didn't exist. He failed lie detectors not by a little, but catastrophically. He kept adding emotional details nobody had asked for. Guilty people decorate lies. Innocent people just want truth found. Weeks passed into months. Hope thinned, leads faded, and then the call came in. Northvale County, deep woods off Black Cedar Road. A man scavenging scrap metal noticed something where nothing should be. Shallow brush, construction plastic, trash thrown on top, like shame someone wanted covered. Beneath it, human remains. We confirmed it was Kayla, not buried, not carefully placed, discarded. The wind in those woods felt wrong, like the place itself knew it was holding a secret too heavy for trees to carry. You don't toughen to that. You just get quieter inside. For families, the hardest part isn't the fact. It's the betrayal around it. It's knowing someone. Lit candles gave interviews, passed out. Flyers hugged grieving parents while already knowing the ending. Evan did all of that. He wasn't searching. He was listening. Listening to see if we were getting too close. We brought him back in. This time I didn't ask him what happened. I asked him, "When did you realize you'd lost control?" His face changed. Masks always slip eventually. I laid out everything. Timelines, phone pings, deleted messages, scratches, behavior patterns, Kayla's words to friends, his contradictions, his mother's statements, travel routes to the woods. Evidence doesn't scream, it stacks, and stacks, and stacks until lying becomes heavier than speaking. His hands shook, his eyes lost their performance. He confessed, not brave honesty, just a dam finally cracking. He ended her life, moved her body, played grieving fiancé for sympathy. He hoped time would wash away truth. It didn't, but there was another truth. A second twist in this story. He wasn't the only one who suspected what really happened. Someone close to him noticed. The scratches, the changing stories, the fear in Kayla before she vanished and chose silence, not involvement. Just silence. Silence can be an accomplice. Some people will lie to themselves rather than admit they love a monster. They think avoiding the truth protects them. It doesn't, it just delays the damage. Let me talk directly to you now. If you are watched, controlled, isolated, insulted, blamed for everything, constantly walking on eggshells, that is not love. Love doesn't demand passwords. Love doesn't track your location. Love doesn't slowly erase your world. And love never hurts you, then cries, then calls it an accident. Your fear is not overreacting. Your gut is not lying. Kayla ignored hers because she was kind. Kind people think they can fix storms by standing in them. You cannot. Jet out. Before someone writes your story for you, Kayla Mercer should still be alive. She should be decorating a tiny Colorado apartment, laughing about how nothing matches, painting past midnight, growing older than 22. Instead, she became the moment people remember when they finally say, "I think something's wrong in my relationship." She is not just a file. She is color. She is music. She is every future she never got to touch. My name is Rafe Quinn. I solved her case. But cases like this never really end. They echo, and somewhere tonight, someone listening to this recognizes the same pattern in their own life. If that's you, don't wait for detectives and flashlights in the woods. Leave now. Choose life now. Choose yourself now.